Corey, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Carroll Stadium for the 1A State Baseball Tournament. This is game 2 of a 4-game opening day card. We've got one game in the book, and so far it's been a pretty good day for the number 1 seeds. Martinsdale St. Mary's moved on with a 7-2 victory over Twin Cedars of Bussey. Over at Marshalltown, Carlisle eliminated the War Eagle champion, Sergeant Love Luton, 10-0 in 6 innings today in the 2A opener. So both number 1 seeds at both sites have advanced
4 years against a newcomer to the field, West Harrison. This is their first time in a state tournament.
Avalon Mike side, a guy that was in uniform just 2 years ago, getting a chance to celebrate a second straight championship as Spalding repeated as champions in 2001 after winning it in 2000. That's Matt Goliber. Matt, you were behind the plate a few feet forward from where you are now, but you've got a pretty good spot to watch this one today. Sure, you'd rather be in uniform, but it's good to have you here, Mike side, with us. And he's going to offer his expertise. Of course, he's played with some of these guys that are still in uniform for Spalding. He's got a little brother that's catching yet, and of course, a cousin is pitching today, too, Justin List. What can you tell us about Justin? He's really had a good senior season. I think, they had a lot of open spots in that pitching staff, and that's kind of been one of the surprises, I think, how well those teams pitched this summer. Offense has been kind of hit and miss sometimes this summer, though. They haven't always scored runs for their pitchers. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back to look at the starting lineups in 60 seconds. West Harrison, coached by Tony Nunez, 22-5 of the year. They'll be opening up with Andy Offenbacher doing the pitching. Shannon Neary, the catcher, hits second. Eric Smith hits third and plays shortstop. Chase Durfee, the third baseman, hits in the number 4 spot. Hitting fifth to be Justin Kuhlman. He'll be in center field today. Cody Peterson, the left fielder, hits in the number 6 spot. Hitting seventh to be right fielder Dustin Wallace. Ryan Kuhlman DHing for the first baseman Paul Davis in the number 8 spot. And Ryan Wilchedal in the number 9 spot playing second base. Andy Offenbacher's got a 6-1 record, a 1.35 ERA. Justin List for Spalding at 7-2. 1.69 ERA. Well, I think they're about set for baseball here. They've finished with the introductions. The managers and the umpires are getting set to huddle up at home plate.
Well, we got some business here with the Spalding Spartans, and let's hope we're still talking baseball by Saturday. It's a little different spot for Spalding, Matt. There used to be a little higher seed. I think they're in the number 5 seeded spot. It's number 4 against number 5. But this way they can kind of sneak up on the competition maybe a little bit. They aren't the targeted team here that you guys were a couple of years ago.
Nope, this is the way they've been all year long. They kind of just sneak up on players. A young team, supposedly inexperienced. I think they'll show that they're ready to go.
Yeah, I think all along, at the start of the season, a lot of folks were saying, it's a rebuilding year for Spalding. They won't figure in the War Eagle Conference race. They won't make a state tournament appearance, but yet here they are, and they've done it. Doing it the Spalding way, good, fundamentally sound ball club. These kids grew up watching your class and the classes below you win championships, and boy, you gain experience doing that. And it wasn't lost on them apparently, because they learned some good lessons watching you guys.
A whole lot. That's good. When you got a tradition like that, you can almost throw. I shouldn't say this is bad for the Stars. You can almost throw anyone in there, and somehow they just find a way to step it up and get it done.
Well, speaking of Stars, though, there is not really a standout on this. I mean, Justin List probably one of the best numbers, but this is a team unlike the ones that you played on that won the 2 titles back-to-back here. That they don't really have that marquee player, do they?
No, you got to enjoy this. There's a different star every night. 9 guys have to step it up. It's good. It's a team effort.
Well, the beautiful Carroll Stadium has never looked better as we get set for the first batter to step in here. Of course, if you've never been to this ballpark, you're missing something. I mean, this has all the earmarkings of any big league park you walk into, maybe just not all the seating. But we got a lot of folks here today. Boy, all the way along the first base side here and below us, nothing but gold shirts here. That's Spalding. Good to see a lot of folks. There must not be anybody back home. They're all here today. And Carroll, well, what a place to play hooky from work. Well, John Bunker steps in. It's time to play some baseball. 277 average. First pitch is away. Ball one. Pitcher today, Andy Offenbacher. He's a right-hander. Not a particularly tall individual, about an average-sized high school kid. That's high and tight. Boy, in your first state tournament, the nerves have got to be just almost out of control, I think, for West Harrison.
I would agree. They either know you're going to win or hope you're going to win. One of the two.
There's a foul tip. And it's 2 balls and a strike. On John Bunker is John hitting at 277. He's got 4 doubles and a triple. Only 10 strikeouts on 110 at-bats, 16 walks. You like your leadoff guy to put the ball in play, and he does it. One of the smaller athletes for Spalding. That's a breaking ball, stays high. Defensively for West Harrison today, Paul Davis down at first base, Ryan Lidgenall at second base, shortstop's Eric Smith, third baseman is Chase Durfee. That's inside, ball 4. Bunker draws a base on balls to open the afternoon. And Spalding's got a base runner right off the get-go and brings up Ryan Goliber. We were just noticing your kid brother's stats, 3 strikeouts on 122 at-bats. That's putting the ball in play.
He hears about it if he comes home with a strikeout, so he does his best to get on base.
And no extra base hit, so obviously a line drive type hitter. But we remember another Goliber that was kind of that way too. There's a line drive right there over second base, on the right center, base hit. Bunker's on his way to third base. And the Spartans are off to a good start here today. And into second base, fifth base, and Ryan Goliber took that extra base. Well, he just showed his ability there to kind of catch the outfielders lollygagging around with the ball, and he's stuck into second base. They're going to get a runner. This is going to be Adam Kramer coming in to run for Ryan Goliber. He'll put the gear on and start thinking defense here. But a good start for things here this afternoon. That with runners at second and third and nobody out.
You got to like this. Bring up your third hitter with 2 guys on base.
And that third hitter is Justin List. He's got the best batting average, the most RBIs on the team at 467. 35 runs batted in, 4 doubles, 7 home runs. He's got a chance to put himself in front without ever throwing a pitch here this afternoon. Spalding in the black shirts with the gold numbers today. That's high for the ball. The Hawkeyes of West Harrison and Juan Damon are in the all gray, kind of a traditional baseball look with the black sleeveless shirts. Here's the stretch and the pitch. That's outside for the ball. Catcher today for the Hawkeyes, Shannon Neary. Andy Offenbacher is the pitcher. 6 of these starters for West Harrison played against Spalding in that sub-state game back in 2001. I guess Eric Smith was their marquee player that year, Matt. He was an 8th grader, kid that already had hit one out of Rosenblatt Stadium, so he had a reputation as an 8th grader. Now we get to see him as a sophomore here today.
We'll see how he's done since then.
Well, they're going to intentionally walk Justin List, and that'll load him up. Digging a deeper hole. That'll bring up Nate Hying. Hying at 250, hitter with 20 runs batted in. They're going to get a runner also for the pitcher List. Coming in and running is going to be Drew Hying, sophomore. We've got a couple of pinch runners on base, plus John Bunker's over at third base. Sacks full of Spalding Spartans here in the top half of the first inning, and nobody out. Cleanup hitter Nate Hying at the plate. Nate, again with 20 runs batted in, but he could extend that number with a big shot here. Takes it high for the ball. Offenbacher looks a little nervous, doesn't he?
Just a little. Looks like he's trying to overthrow him.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be a strike to the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. 326 down the left field line here, but the ball carries well to left. 358 to the power alley, 392 to straightaway center, 353 to the right field alley, and 322 down the line. It's a big ballpark. Pitch is inside. Got a big arcing breaking ball, and he kind of telegraphs that a little bit. You can see it coming.
The Spartans look like they're seeing him well.
Yep. Good hitter's background here to begin with. That's going to be hit in the air toward left. Not going to be deep enough to get out of here, but shading his eyes from the sun, the Spalding, the West Harrison left fielder, and Spalding's going to get a run out of this. Sack fly out in left field. Well, he gave it a fairly deep ride, and for a little bit, Cody Peterson was fighting the sun out there, but made the catch. A run is home. It's 1-0. Spartans with runners at first and second. 1 guy, and that brings up Doug Schrader, shortstop, a 314 hitter with 20 runs batted in. is big puffy clouds in the sky. That kind of helps offset the ball a little bit. Not what the players call that high sky today, but it is a sun field out there in left field. I thought for a minute he was going to lose it in the sun. Pitch is on the corner for a strike. Schrader using an open stance. That's a popular batting stance. That's Granville, isn't it? A lot of you guys use that open stance. See the ball pretty good that way.
Real well.
Breaking pitch, going to rip it on the ground to shortstop. Smith going to go to second for one. First base, pull the first baseman off the bag. So fielder's choice for Schrader, nearly a twin kill him. That would have got West Harrison out of a big jam here in the first. They got the force out at second base, 6-4. Looked like Eric Smith had a little trouble getting that out of his glove at first. That cost him the DP there. Puts runners in the corner, one out, or two outs now. And that'll bring up Brett Hansen. Hansen with two doubles, a triple and a home run, 20 runs batted in, hitting at .268, hits from the right side. He leads the team in walks. That's high for the ball. He has drawn 23 walks, 24 strikeouts. I'd say this is a guy that sees a lot of pitches. Probably takes the count deeper than anybody else on the team. Not one of your average first pitch fastball hitters. I wouldn't say with those kind of numbers. Breaking pitch high. Runners in the corner, two out. Top of the first, 1-0 Spalding. They'd sure like to get more out of this than one run, I think. Certainly the table was set with bases loaded and nobody out. That's inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Tournament action being brought to you today by American State Bank of Granville, the Townhouse Restaurant of Orange City, and Farmers Cooperative Company in Paulina in Granville. 3-0 pitch, taken all the way for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on here in the top of the first. Spalding doesn't score in the big numbers like we've seen them in the past. Ground balls to the right side. Spalding's done a good job running the bases here in the first inning, Matt.
Real good job. You got to like that. Brett Hansen Sr. stepping up and delivering a big base hit right there.
2-0 Spalding, second and third, and 2 outs. Derek Jungers at the plate. Takes one over his head. Jungers at .330 with 21 runs batted in. 2 doubles, a triple, a home run. Galen will always remember his only home run of his career. The straightaway center in the bottom of the 7th and a 1-0 deficit was gone, and before the inning was over, Spalding had a victory. He had a big hit in the sub-state too, I believe, didn't he?
Real big, Denny. You don't give this kid something to hit, he'll hit it hard somewhere.
Breaking pitch, rips it toward left, but it's right at Cody Peterson, going to make the catch, and that's going to end the inning. Hitter on the nose for the right at outfielder. Spalding settles for 2. They lead 2. End of the half inning. Spalding 2, and the Hawkeyes of West Harrison, nothing back. Denny Callahan and Matt Goliber down at Carroll Stadium today. It's state tournament baseball on KLEM. Spalding in the state field for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. Their 10th time overall. They won 5 titles. The most recent, 2001. They won it in 2000. 4 of their 5 titles have been in back-to-back years. Back in the mid-70s, back-to-back titles. And won a title in 2000 and then 2001. I think the other one was, in 1989? Get my state tournament information out of here. I believe that's right. Dave Ike pitched in that one. I remember that one. I did that one. That was over Marshalltown. Well, West Harrison coming to bat for the first time tonight. It's a team that hit .340 as a ball club this year. They knocked 13 home runs out of the park, 6 of them by Eric Smith, who we talked about a little bit ago. He's playing shortstop today. He's also a pretty good pitcher with an 8-1 record and a 0.63 ERA. Kind of almost suspect he's got a sore arm or something. Why wouldn't you start a guy with those kind of numbers in the tournament opener here?
I have no idea, Dan, unless they think their defense is better with him at shortstop. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I did kind of hear that they may be better defensively with him out there at short. He is an outstanding player. Incidentally, Spalding won that sub-state game against the Hawkeyes back in 2001. 4-1. It was up at Granville. And Justin List goes to work. First pitch is low for the ball. Justin List this year in 66 innings has given up 50 hits, walked 17, struck out 45, 1.69 ERA. Slips on the mound out there on the second delivery and throws that one into the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Every mound is different. Every pitcher's got to get adjusted, don't they? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Andy Offenbacher up here first. He's hitting .385 with 8 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs. Pretty high numbers for your leadoff guy. He's driven in 30. Kind of wonder if he wasn't always hitting leadoff this year. He scored 36 times, second only to Eric Smith. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. And they slip and fall, and it's going to be a wild throw, but it pulled hands off the bag. Doug Schrader slipped as he tried to slant and throw, and the throw was high to first base. Hansen couldn't keep contact. So he needed Hawkeyes' big stretch from your day, huh? He was a master at that. Well, slipped on the mound, and we slipped out of the field. This is good playing surface, but must be playing pretty hard out there. They're having a little trouble getting the cleats dug in, it looks like, Matt.
Just getting some kinks out.
Yeah, even though you're here for the 10th time, there's still some nerves. You were probably nervous that second state title year, weren't you?
Yep.
Runner going, throw into the dirt, throw down. He's in there safely. Got a great jump on the pitcher. Andy Offenbacher with a stolen base. 2-0, Spalding. West Harrison threatening here in the first inning. This is their first state tournament of any kind. They've been to the sub-state 2 of the last 4 years in baseball, 3 of the last 4 years in basketball, but this is the first time they've finally broken through, and it went 8 innings in the sub-state to get here. Spalding used a 9-inning victory to get here over Alda. So both these teams had to work extra to get to the state tournament this year. That Alda game must have been a good one.
Real good. They after the 4th inning, the Spartans started playing a little bit better, and then it got better from then on.
Yeah, they got down early, didn't they? In that?
Yep.
Of course, this is their first game away from Vosburg Field in the postseason. They were able to play the whole thing at home. Runner going to third, throws it to left field, and now he's coming home. Pitch was high to the batter, 1 ball, 1 strike. Shannon Neary, and Offenbacher circles the bases. He's going to steal third and comes home in the throwing error. It's Spartan's second error of this first inning. Well, maybe get all the stuff out of the system here in the first inning and then get settled down and play some baseball. That cuts the margin to 2-1. It's 2 balls and a strike on Shannon Neary, a .407 hitter. He's driven in 25 with 7 doubles on the year. That's a strike to the knees. Defensively for the Spartans today, you got Matt Goliber behind the plate, Justin List out on the mound. Out left is Doug Hopper. It's going to be hit in the air toward left. Hopper settling into this one and going to make the catch. Number 1. 1 gone. Nobody on base. Out in center field today has been Nye. Right fielder is Derek Jungers. On the infield, first to third, Brett Hansen, John Bunkers, Doug Schrader, and Michael List. Michael and Justin are cousins. And Justin, now with an out on the board, goes to work. Eric Smith, their top hitter at .463. This kid grew up in the Council Bluffs area, but kind of had a little troubled youth here, and they moved him out to Mondamon, try and get him away from the big city influence, and it seems to work. He's going to pop this up on the infield. Brett Hansen going to make the catch at first base. There's 2 gone. Got it tough out there. Got it out over the plate, got his arms extended, but he got it off the end of the bat. Chase Durfee up with 2 outs. A run home without the aid of a hit. Couple of errors, couple of stolen bases. Well, Offenbacher really was off and running. You see, he's swiped 35 bases this year, so no wonder. Big base stealer. Eric Smith with 24 bases stolen. Durfee just a sophomore. Breaking pitch in for a strike. Best breaking ball he's thrown today.
You got to like this effort, Denny. Justin List out there with the fractured thumb, throwing the ball well.
Here's the 0-2 delivery, missed it away. Where'd the fractured thumb come from?
When Remsen St. Mary's hit him on the thumb, fractured it.
Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch just missed the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, oohs and ahs. Rifling through the stadium here. There's a ground ball by List, grabbed by Schrader, the shortstop, on to first. He got him 6-3. Hit the mound and slowed it down enough that Schrader can get over and make the play after the couple of errors to open the inning, which eventually led to a run. Justin List settled down and retired the next 3 hitters, so there was 1 run, 2 hits, or I should say 1 run, no hits, and 2 errors, and nobody left on base. We've gone through an inning. It's the Spartans 2 and the Hawkeyes 1. And we're back here at Carroll Stadium where the Spartans and the Hawkeyes are meeting for the first time in a state tournament format. Second meeting between the 2 programs. They met in 2001 up at Granville in the sub-state finals, and getting a chance now in the state meet formula to, of course, play here in the first round for the right to play the number 1 seed, Martinsdale St. Mary's, back here Friday at noon. Here's the rest of the field for today. Coming up a little later, we've got Van Meter playing Sioux Central at 6, and then North Tama, who took Lansing Key out of the tournament in the sub-state, playing Durant at 8 o'clock. Got to respect North Tama. It seems a little odd not to have Key here. The Key Hawks are almost a given to make the state tournament from Northeast Iowa. North Tama took them out in the sub-state this year. Spalding and the Key Hawks have quite a history, too, between the 2 of them. Played in the state championship last time Spalding was here. Getting here in the top half of the second inning is the number 8 hitter, Michael List. He'll take it on the outside corner for a strike. It's the junior third baseman hitting at .297 with 16 runs batted in. 1 ball, 1 strike on him here in the leadoff spot to the second inning. Number 8 in the lineup, Ben Nye on deck, and then it's John Bunkers. That breaking ball misses. Not a sharp breaking ball that Offenbacher throws. That's a late breaker there. That was his best breaking ball he's thrown. That broke in for a strike. It's 2-2. And Offenbacher's delivery. That's high, ball 3, 3-2. Usually that slow windup, one of those sneaky fast guys, isn't he, Offenbacher? Kind of slingshots it in there on you a little bit. And off the fist, fouls it back. Good job by Michael List there. That was a tough pitch, and he fought it off.
You got to like this at bat, Denny. Leadoff hitter comes up, sees 6 pitches already. They're getting to him.
Yep, spoiled him a little bit with that one. Tournament action being brought to you today by Foreman Tire, SC Agro Services of Granville and Calumet. A 3-2 pitch, and again he fouls off a good breaking ball. It was in on the hands. That one came right at him and broke off at the last second. Tournament action also being brought to you by Pilgrim Cluster, St. Mary's at Alton, St. Anthony's at Hospers, and St. Joseph Catholic Church in Granville. 3-2 delivery. That's high, ball 4. Michael List wins the battle there. That'll bring up Ben Nye. Up 2-1. It's early. Do you bunt here? Is this a bunting situation, you think?
I would say so, Denny.
Bill Upker going through the signals down to the third base coach's box. Bill, of course, has been a long-time coach in high school baseball. It's his 4th year, I believe, at Spalding now, 3rd or 4th year. As the head coach, he was assistant several years before that, actually. Ben Nye, at 246 hitter with 1 triple, puts the ball in play. They were swinging away. The runner was going as a hit-and-run play. Good thing they had a hit-and-run on. Third baseman looked at second, went to first instead. And Ben Nye moves that runner along. A little Spalding baseball again. This team's had to play a little more small ball this year. They don't have the big thumper in the middle of that lineup they've had some past years. So a lot of moving of runners along with ground balls and bunts and hitting and running. Yeah, it works. That's the leadoff hitter, John Bunkers, up here now. He walked and scored in the first. Runner at second and 1 out. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. John hitting at 277. Got 4 doubles and a triple. Has he been the leadoff man all year?
No, Denny. He started down the lineup, did a real nice job, was getting on base, so they moved him up.
So I was thinking he wasn't always up there. His foul back off to the right. Now to play. A lot of folks here wearing the gold Spalding shirts today. Just a sea of gold over here to our right. And we've got Spalding, visitors on the scoreboard, up 2-1 here in the top of the second with 1 on, 1 out. John Bunkers with a no ball, 2-strike count. He's got to fight him off here. Sidearms him, fouls it up the third base line. Well, these are pretty much all new Spartans from the championship years of 2000, 2001. So for them to walk in here, it's not probably cozy like it was for you guys when you walked in here a year later after the 2000 title. It was tougher repeating though, wasn't it?
A little bit, Denny. Everyone's kind of gunning for it.
And the three-peat didn't happen. They didn't get back last year. Swing and a miss. Bunker down on strikes. Chased a high fastball. It's only the 11th time he has struck out this year in 113 official at-bats. That'll bring up Matt Goliber. Guy that definitely puts the ball in play. Got aboard via a single, went to second on an error back in the first inning and came around to score. Or his courtesy runner did, actually. Sac fly by Nate Hying. RBI single by Brett Hansen in that first. Spalding setting the tempo. Breaking pitch. Misses. The inside corner for ball one. Looks like Offenbacher, unlike Alex Buden, doesn't start those things toward the outside corner. He likes to start them at you and break them on the inside corner. Effective pitch for him, though. That stays high. Gives you a few different arm angles, though, from what I've seen so far, and that makes it tough on the hitter sometimes.
Real tough, Denny. Almost effectively wild right now.
2 balls, no strikes, runner at second, 2 are out. Pops it up. Shallow center field. Center fielder working against that sunlight, but he's got room. Big lazy fly. It's all in for the final out. No runs, no hits. Nothing came of a leadoff walk. 1 left on, 3 stranded for the Spartans. We're through an inning and a half here this afternoon in Carroll. It's Spalding 2 and West Harrison 1. Denny Callahan along with Matt Goliber down at the state baseball tournament in Carroll today. Spalding back after a 1-year absence. 10th state tournament appearance. Martinsdale St. Mary's won the opener. Their first state tournament victory after 6 tries. They finally got it right here today. The number 1 seed advances with a 7-2 win over Twin Cedars. Got a combined 3-hitter out of Matt Davitt and Eric McLean. McLean came on and pitched the final inning. Davitt goes to 14-0. Scott Shippers takes the loss. He falls to 10-3. Martinsdale St. Mary's out hitting Twin Cedars Bussey 12-3 today. 4 Twin Cedar errors kind of did them in. Twin Cedars took them to an 8-inning 2-1 game back in June before losing to Martinsdale St. Mary's, but Martinsdale got the better of it today in the state tournament format. They moved on. They await the winner of this one to find out who they'll play in the semifinals at noon on Friday. Of course, if it's Spalding, we'll be back here. Lisk working his second inning. Fouled back by Justin Kuhlman. Kuhlman, a sophomore center fielder. 3 sophomores right in the middle of the lineup for West Harrison. They've got 4 sophomores in their starting lineup. 4 seniors, an 8th grader, and a junior. This is strike to the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. It's like the home plate umpire giving those low strikes today. That benefits the pitcher. That means ground balls and pop-ups. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout of the day for Justin Lisk. Tournament action being brought to you today by the OK Cafe in Alton, by Poverty Acres Feedlot Incorporated, and Community Bank in Alton and Orange City. Big thanks to those folks coming aboard for tournament baseball today. Got a left-handed hitter here. This is Cody Peterson. Throws left, hits left. I think he also does some pitching for this team. He was 7-2 pitching this year. So he gives them that lefty thrower from out of their bullpen today. Cody, a senior left fielder. He's one of the returning players from that sub-state game of a couple of years ago. There's a ground ball to second base. This will be an easy play for John Bunkers on the first. 2 quick outs here in the second. Looks like Justin List and the rest of the Spartans starting to really settle in here, I think.
You gotta like this, Denny. Justin keeping the ball low. All these guys can do is hit ground balls.
Yep, and they just pounded into the dirt. Dustin Wallace up, sophomore right fielder, hitting at .264 with 4 doubles, 8 runs batted in. Hits from the right side of the plate. He's not a very big guy. Outside for the ball. Beautiful sunny afternoon. Chamber of Commerce Day down here in Carroll today, and boy, do they know how to throw a party down here. They really do a great job hosting this tournament. Bouncing ball foul up the third baseline. Michael List gloves it in foul territory, and that'll get everybody back defensively into the batter's box. Dustin Wallace will have to run all the way back down the baseline. Mondamon, of course, where West Harrison High School is located, famous for their apples. It's good apple country down there, Mondamon. Tony Nunez, their coach. It's his first state tournament appearance, his 13th year as head coach. 199 wins coming into today. So the Dana College graduate looking for win number 200 of his career. Tie for the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs and nobody on. Dustin Wallace at the plate. Not much breeze here today. Flags are barely moving in the center field flagpole. Hit in the air. Went down and gulped one of those low pitches. Hit fairly deep to right field, but Jungers has plenty of room and makes the catch. There's a lot of outfield control in this ballpark, isn't there, Matt?
Plenty.
Yep, it's a big part. Well, Hawkeyes got out in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We've gone through 2 complete. It's Spalding 2 and West Harrison 1. Listening to KLEM in Lamar's, Iowa. We're down here in Carroll today for the first day of the state baseball tournament. 3A teams going to be in here tomorrow. And right off the get-go, Heelan will be on the diamond. They take on the top seed, Davenport Assumption, in the first game here tomorrow. Assumption at 36-6. Heelan kind of the sleeper at 23-20, but they're playing some pretty good baseball. And they played a pretty tough schedule this year. Hawkeyes and Decorah play at 2 o'clock. Harlan and Clear Lake play at 6. Knoxville and West Delaware play at 8 o'clock. The 2A tournament, or I should say the 4A tournament tomorrow, starts off with Valley of West Des Moines playing Pleasant Valley at noon. 2 o'clock, it's Urbandale and Iowa City High. Mason City and Sioux City East play at 6, and Cedar Rapids Kennedy and Dubuque Hempstead play at 2 o'clock. You can hear the Heelan and the East games on our sister station in Sioux City tomorrow. Heelan at noon, and the East game then at 6 o'clock. Justin List leading it off. He was intentionally passed after seeing a couple of pitches back in the first inning to load the bases. Swinging a miss. Looking for the fence there. He had a big cut. .467 batting average for this senior. Breaking pitch. That slipped in for a strike. Offenbacher's starting to get tougher. He's starting to get the breaking ball in. He was having troubles with that in the first inning, Matt.
I think he's found his groove.
Justin has struck out only 12 times this year, so he'll put the ball in play. Whoa, he ripped into a hanging breaking ball in the inner half, but foul. That a long way.
This is one adjustment he's made this year, Denny. He's done a real nice job with 2 strikes. Lets up a little bit on his cut, just puts the ball in play.
Where's number 40, starting pitcher today. Good all-around athlete. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit toward right field. Took that outside pitch. He put her in the air to right. It's going to be an easy play, big lazy fly. Hauled in out there by right fielder Dustin Wallace for the first out here in the 3rd. 1 gone. Nate Hying up. Nate had a sac fly in the first inning to get the Spalding Spartans on the scoreboard. Spalding comes into this one rated number 8. West Harrison, although 22-5, did not get rated. Breaking pitch, hits the corner for a strike. First one he's really tried to lay out over the outside corner. Spalding's starting to rip those hangers in the inner half, so I think he's going away now. Went away again, comebacker. And it's going to be an easy play, too. Offenbacher on to first base. Now number 2, Offenbacher probably lucky to get that when he falls off to the first base side after the delivery. And just managed to get the glove back to stop it from going up the middle. And there's 2 gone in the Spalding 3rd. It's starting to settle into a pitcher's duel. It's 2-1 Spalding. Spalding to first at bat. So bring up Doug Schrader. Schrader hit into a fielder's choice last time and he grounded to short. The pitcher's getting a lot of ground balls and pop-ups. That's going to be popped straight up. It's going to be in foul territory. Catcher over, third baseman over. Nobody's going to get it. Neither one could really locate it. Son, I think, gave him problems. Third baseman had trouble seeing it. Catcher, I don't think, knew where it was right away. Being an old catcher, I kind of know the answer to this already, but I'll ask you, is there a key to finding the pop-up right away, Matt, as a catcher?
You just got to keep your eyes open when the batter swings. You'd be surprised how many guys close their eyes, how many catchers close their eyes.
That's the answer. And so if you see a catcher and he didn't see it right away and can't find it, that's what happened probably.
Yep.
That's low and into the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1 ball game. Spalding with 2 in the first. An RBI by Nate Hying. And an RBI single by Brett Hansen. Hyings came in on a sac fly, missed away. I think Offenbacher's got a little discouraged trying to come inside on these Spalding hitters. He's got a rip pretty good here this inning. And now he's starting to work away. Schrader with a very open stance. And he missed the outside corner. It's 3-1. So far, Offenbacher with 3 walks today, 1 intentionally. One's cost him a run. He's walked the leadoff hitters in each of the first 2 innings. He got away with 1, but not the other. And he missed away. He's going to issue a 2-out walk, his 4th walk of this ball game. You get past 4 and you start asking for trouble usually.
It doesn't take long before a good team capitalizes on that many baseball balls.
I did do a game the other night. Lamar's played their last game of the season, and Tony Kohler for Lamar's walked 10 and threw a shutout.
Really?
You ever seen that?
Nope.
Can't say as I had either until that. 15 runners left on. Ball into the dirt. Catcher knocked it down. The runner going. He'll go in sliding safely. Schrader very alertly. Moving on that wild pitch. Another. Talk about Spalding baseball all the time, and some of you out there that aren't familiar with how Spalding plays say, what is Spalding baseball? Well, that's another example of it. It's a lot of little things that they do that wins a lot of ball games, and it's something you guys are taught from very early on in your baseball lives, and it's usually handed down from, well, you're coaching now, so it's guys that have played and have succeeded in the Spalding program, and you pass down what you've learned.
There's no thinking out there, Denny. All you're allowed to do is react, and that's what Doug Schrader did.
Saw it into the dirt, and he was off immediately. Swing and a miss. Hansen with a big cut. Brett had an RBI single, lined it over the shortstop's head back in the first inning to play the second run. And that right now is the difference between these 2 teams. That was Brett's 21st run batted in of the year. Offenbacher into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, and he's going to foul it up the third base line. Bill Lupker is 124 and 32 in his 4-year stint at Spalding Catholic. He's looking for his 125th victory today. They were second behind Sergeant Bluff-Luton and the War Eagle this year at 13 and 5. 6 of their 7 losses, or 6 of their 9 losses came to 2A schools or higher. 2A, they played some 4As too. Always go down to Sioux City and try your hand at some of those teams during the course of the year. Of course, you get into the CYO, and you've got some bigger schools in that field, too. Laid off the inside fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, CYO is played right here at Carroll Stadium in early June, so Spalding's had a chance to be in this ballpark once this year already. That's an advantage. It's West Harrison's first visit here. Breaking ball just missed the corner. Pretty tough to take that with 2 strikes.
Yep, it'll be swinging right here, Denny. I think this one could be called a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Offenbacher looks in for his side, a runner at second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing! Foul. Duck. He swung and missed. Popped out of the catcher's mitt, but he'll go to first base for the out. That's going to take care of the Spartans here in the 3rd inning. Got one in on the hands and couldn't get it. No runs. There were no hits. A 2-out walk. Nothing came of it. 4 left on base for the Spartans today. We've gone through 2.5. It's 2-1. Spalding. Talk about the Spartans being second in their conference. West Harrison was first in their league at 11 and 3. They play in the Warrior Valley Conference. They did lose 3 games in the league, though. Losses came to IKM, to Woodbine, and to Loma. That gives a little idea of teams out of their league. Underwood and Woodbury Central also got the better of West Harrison. Woodbury Central a little closer to home there. Out of the Maple Valley Conference. Swing and a miss for a strike. Leading it off here for West Harrison, the number 8 hitter, 8th grader Ryan Coolman, DHing for the first baseman today. A .250 hitter with 3 RBIs. Tie for the ball. He's got 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. The number 9 hitter, he's got 5 extra base hits and only 5 RBIs out of that. 2 home runs. So 2 of his RBIs came there. 3 doubles and 2 home runs. Pops it up, shallow right. Bunker's going back, and it dropped it. And it dropped it. This kept drifting further and further out there. It turned out to probably Junger's ball, but Derek had given away the Bunkers. He called for it. It's going to be an error on Bunkers, and now the ball gets away again, and it's going to carry him off the facing of the West Harrison dugout. So it'll be a second error on that play. It's 4 errors in the Spartans now already, and Bunker's going to get a couple of them on that. Got one for dropping the ball, and then the second one for the throw by the pitcher, Justin List. A little carelessness there, and all of a sudden you got the tying run in scoring position, no outs. Ryan lives it all up. Second baseman. This is the kid with a .312 batting average, 5 RBIs. Got the gold locks hanging out below that batting helmet. No balls, no strikes. No balls, one ball, no strikes. That's a ground ball to short. Schrader's going to take it on the short hop, on to first for the out. Runner trying to move over. Throw over, they got it.
Quick, and he real quick. It's kind of like your teammates picking you up.
6 to 3 to 5. It's going to be kind of an unusual double play, but it sure got Justin List out of a jam here. Slick handling of the baseball. Takes a strong arm for first base. A lot of times your best arm won't be over first base, but Hansen really unloaded a good one over there. It was there in plenty of time. All Michael List had to do is catch it and wait. And that clears the bases off. Andy Offenbacher up. Reached on an error, stole second, stole third. His 36th and 37th stolen bases of the year. And came around to score them on a throwing error. 4 Spalding errors, yet they still lead it 2-1. No balls, 2 strikes at Offenbacher. List tried to hit the corner with a breaking pitch and missed it. Tried to get him to go chasing, actually. Looking in for his sign. Here's the windup and here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. That's it. Strike 3, and that's going to take care of the Hawkeyes in the third. No runs, no hits. 2 Spalding errors. Nobody left on base, double play. Relieve some of the tension that developed early in that inning. We've gone 3 complete. Spalding up 2-1 on the West Harrison Hawkeyes. Denny Callahan and Matt Goliber down here at Carroll today. Matt not so very far removed from the diamond and playing for the Spalding Spartans. He was on the 2000 and 2001 state championship teams, and now doing a little catching for Creighton, and going to be in your junior season already.
Yep, sophomore athletically, junior academically.
Okay, hard to believe. That kind of time has passed already. But you didn't get too many at-bats, you tell me, this year. Huh? You're looking for more at-bats.
It'll be a good fall. There'll be 5 of us, the best one will get the job. So.
All right, 5 catchers competing for that job, huh? Well, that's a little different than high school right there.
Just a little.
Derek Junger's opening up this 4th inning for the Spartans. They lead it 2-1. It's really settling into a pitcher's duel now between List and Offenbacher. Both guys with ERAs very similar, right in the 3.5 for Offenbacher, 0.69 for Justin List. That breaking ball's in for a strike. It's 0-2. That breaking ball across the corner, strike 3. Second strikeout in a row now for Andy Offenbacher. He's got 3 for the ball game. Offenbacher didn't get that breaking ball to bite in the first inning, but he's starting to get it to work now, and that's making him a little more effective than it was early in this ball game. Junger's not too happy with himself. Tie for the ball. Michael List to the plate. He walked in the second. No ball. 1 strike. Ben Nye on deck. Gonna rip that one by third. Fair ball. Down into the corner it goes. Michael List rounding, heading to second. They might have a shot at him. Nope. In there with a stand-up double. Michael List with his first extra base hit of the year. Picked a good spot for that, didn't he? A nice hit. Screamer right by third, right over the bag and down into the corner.
He's a kid that stepped up all tournament, Denny.
Just a junior. You can just kind of see he's learning how to hit.
Yep.
297 batting average, flirting with the 300 mark. Might be there with that. He's 1 for 1 today. Pitch away. Nice stop there by the catcher, Shannon Neary. Ben Nye on deck. He grounded out to third last time. 246 hitter with 17 runs batted in. Everybody all up and down the Spalding lineup, and that's been by tradition usually. Can hit the ball and drive runs in. Hits in the air to the right. Some stay on the infield. Second baseman is he lost the sun. Drops for a hit. Unbelievable. Now that never happened to me in my career. Those are always caught. Sun is bothering West Harrison. Doesn't seem to be bothering Spalding all that much. Well, a big lazy fly. It was an easy play for the second baseman, but Liddell pulled off of it at the last minute and it dropped a couple of feet out in front of him. John Bunker's up. List stayed at second base on that. Oh, again, he's going to get hit. Fighting fastball that hit him on the shoulder. That'll load him up for the Spartans here in the 3rd inning. And there's trouble brewing now with the heart of the order coming up, and that'll bring Coach Nunez out of the dugout. Going to just try and settle everybody down. Key moment of this ball game. Spalding with a chance to break this open. And they really do a good job just keeping the pressure on, don't they, Matt? And that's kind of Spalding tradition. All of them down the lineup, you just keep the heat on.
All game long. If you're not a good hitter, you just find a way to get on base.
This is the best contact hitter they've got, Matt Goliber, coming up. So I don't think if West Harrison, if I were them, it may only be the fourth inning, but I think it's time to bring the infield in. It looks like that's what they're going to do, too. At least it's the early posture of the right side infielders. Kind of odd here. He brought the left side infielders in for the conference of the mound. The right side infielders, he didn't. Ryan Lidgett probably didn't want to get too close to Coach right now. He dropped the pop-up that right now has opened the floodgates here. Let's see if Spalding can come pouring through the door. The door's not open a crack. It's open ajar right now. Let's see if the Spartans can make him count. One out, bases full. They had him loaded with nobody out in the first, nearly limited to one run. They did get a second run out of that with a big hit by Brett Hansen with 2 outs. Ryan Goliber at the plate. He singled, scored, flied to center. We're in the top of the fourth inning. It's a 2-1 Spalding lead. Nobody scored since the first. Here's the pitch, breaking pitch inside. So far, Justin List has limited West Harrison to 2 base runners. They both got on via errors. He's got a no-hitter going through 3. That's going to be ripped to left field, base hit. Another runner coming around. 2 runs will score. The runner coming to third. They got a shot at him. He is safe. Now to second base goes Brian Goliber. A single for the fourth catcher for Spalding. Back to 2-run single. And everybody moves up to second and third. Extend their lead to 4-1. Big hit there from the little brother. Proud as heck, huh?
He's lucky, Denny. He sort of tipped through 3 balls in a row, and he swung at the 4th pitch. That would have been a ball. He's lucky he came through.
Ripped it over that left fielder's head. It looks like we're going to get a pitching change at this juncture. Well, you're down 4-1. You don't want to let it get too far out of hand here. Second and third and 1 out. He's going to bring in left fielder Cody Peterson, that left-hander, to pitch. So he'll come in, and I think the pitcher simply went out to play left field. Just simple switch of personnel. Offenbacher now on to left field. Right, a little bit about left-handed pitcher Cody Peterson. This will be his 10th appearance of the year. Got a 7-2 record, 54 1/3 innings. He's given up 39 hits, struck out 86 in those 54 1/3. He's walked 30. He leads the team in giving up base on balls. He's got an ERA of 2.06. Teams have hit just 188 against him. He's got a career 21-5 record, 7-2 this year. Well, predominantly right-handed hitting Spalding lineup, and they come with a lefty. And again, no Eric Smith, who's actually their best pitcher, their shortstop. They decide to go yet with the lefty, kind of their third pitcher on the rotation. Runners at second and third. He was working out of the windup, or working out of the stretch, and now he backs off. Justin List at the plate. He's been intentionally passed. Flied out to right. And he's going to back off the mound again. A little bit of a gentle breeze blowing from left to right now across the park out of the northwest, keeping this a pretty comfortable day at the ballpark. 4-1 Spalding. That's a ground ball foul up the third baseline. Will get all over a breaking ball if this guy hangs one out over the plate. Lefty Cody Peterson in to pitch. Eric Smith has got an 8-1 record, a 0.63 earned run average. No, not a day to save somebody for the semifinals, if that's what their method is here. Here's the pitch. And he zeroed in on that lower half of the strike zone with a fastball and got it in there for a strike. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Comes very sidearm, doesn't he? Pretty much a sidearm, 3/4 type pitcher. That's pretty good velocity. It's hit off the fist. The fly ball to right. Might be deep enough to get a run in. It's going to be caught. The runner tags. Here comes the throw. He'll cut it. Moves over second and third. 5-1. Spalding. The sac fly for Justin List. He got it onto the carpet. That was really all I think Justin was looking for in that at-bat, Matt.
When he got down 2 strikes, that's all he needed.
Make some contact, get in the air, and get it deep enough to move those runners up. Bunkers tags from third and scores. So There you go. There's simple things of baseball sometimes, but instead of throwing to second to keep that runner off second base, they threw to third to try and get a runner moving and to put both runners in scoring position. And now you've got a situation where you got a runner at third, another run home, and 2 outs with cleanup hitter Nate Hying at the plate. He had a sac fly back into first. And he grounded back to the pitcher in the third inning. He's 0 for 1. 250 hitter on the year. 5-1 Spalding. There's a ground ball. Third baseman going to snare it. On to first. It's low and dug out over there by the first baseman. 2 nice plays. Kind of a lucky stab at it by the third baseman, Durfee. His throw was low, but Davis dug it out. 5-3. Kind of an ugly 5-3 ground out, but it got the job done. 3 Spalding runs home. 3 hits. A 2-run single by Matt Goliber. Justin List with an RBI on a sac fly. And the Spartans have put a little gap between them and the Hawkeyes. We're halfway through this one today. 5-1. Spartans on top. Well, they gave an error in that inning to West Harrison. Not sure where that was, but there are 2 errors on the Hawkeyes at this point. 5 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors for Spalding. 1 run, still no hits, and 2 errors for West Harrison. They're coming to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Justin List has just virtually got unhittable. The only runners that have reached against him have got aboard via errors. 1 double play today for the defense. Defense and pitching have been Spalding's keys. First pitch here in the 4th is popped up, foul ground. Third baseman, Michael List. Over near the West Harrison dugout. Shannon Neary retired on 1 pitch. Well, they're making the plays now, aren't they?
Wow, Denny, that was a nice diving play. You gotta like it when you look at your left side, a couple of farm boys playing, getting their uniform all dirty. That's nice to see.
You bet. Eric Smith up, popped up to first last time. Hits from the right side, a .463 average, 6 home runs for this guy, and he's only a sophomore yet. He's already legendary around the Council Bluffs area. As an 8th grader, he hit it out of Rosenblatt Stadium where they play the College World Series, minor league ballpark. Ground ball is short. Schrader backhands it. Long throw. They got it. 6-3, and Smith is 0 for 2. They only have to face him 1 more time today. If things continue as they are, 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Justin's in a good groove now, isn't he?
Wow, and he's throwing the ball well. That left side is something else.
And that'll bring up Chase Durfee. He played 2 years ago in that sub-state game up at Granville. That's inside for a ball. Durfee grounded out his last time up. Back in the 1st inning. Well, outside of the error in the 3rd inning, Justin List has mowed everybody else down after giving up a leadoff base runner. Got him aboard via the air. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Durfee. That's a line drive. That's a base hit. Your no-hitter's gone now. It's extra bases down the line probably. Well, he's going to hold it to a single. What a job on the field by Goliber. Goliber made the play on that. That hit fair about 6-7 inches inside the foul line. And with 2 outs, Chase Durfee breaks up the no-hitter here in the 4th inning. Justin Coleman up. That's all right. He didn't need that hanging over his head anyway, did he? Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Coleman, a .333 average with 4 doubles, 14 runs batted in. This is West Harrison's 28th game of the year, 37th game of the year for the Spalding Spartans. Swing and a miss. Boy, he gets way off the plate. He hasn't been able to cover that outside pitch so far. I'd say 1 more out there, and Spalding can be going to the bat rack. No balls, 2 strikes. Went outside, but it was high. He uses an open stance. He doesn't come right clear back into the plate like, say, Doug Schrader does for the Spartans. Break and pitch. That stays high. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Break and pitch, and that stays high. And now he's running for 3-2. Runner on first. 2 outs here in the 4th. 5-1 Spalding. Right now they're aiming toward a date with the top seed Friday in the semis. Just outside. He lost him after getting up 0-2. It's going to be the first walk issued today by Justin List. Well, I think it's kind of a toss-up who would throw Friday against Martinsdale St. Mary's. Got a couple of prospects. Nate Hying has been mentioned. I don't know, you got several other guys with good numbers. Brett Hansen, Derek Jungers. You saw Martinsdale play earlier today, Matt. Who do you think could be the best pitcher to probably go up against them?
I'd like to say Denny, but I think if I talked about Friday's game, Dave Hine would get a hold of this and he'd probably kill me.
Yeah, he learned that lesson from the coaches. They don't want him talking ahead yet. It's only the 4th inning here. Left-handed hitting Cody Peterson at the plate. Left fielder turned pitcher in this game. Here's the pitch. That's high for the ball. But it's looking good right now. Spalding definitely in control of things. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Cody Peterson grounded out to second back in the 2nd inning. A .359 batting average. 12 runs batted in, 7 doubles and a home run. There's a ground ball right down to the dirt, right at his feet. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So he fouls off that pitch. And Justin List trying to close out this little jam that's developed after 2 out, nobody on here in the 4th. The single and now a walk. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Breaking pitch stays high. 3-2 again. They throw to second base. It's in the center field, but second baseman John Bunkers was backing it all up. No error on that since nobody advanced. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Favorite play of Spalding's. Kind of looks like they're throwing it back to the pitcher, and they throw on through to second base. There's strike 3 call. That's going to take care of Cody Peterson and the Hawkeyes. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 left. First 2 base runners they stranded today. And at the end of 4 innings, it's Spalding leading at 5-1. Tournament action also being brought to you by Dutch Mill Pharmacy of Orange City, by Hanson Sod Company, Windmill Park Jewelers, and Bunkers Feed and Supply. Tournament sponsors along for tournament baseball today. Remember, Carroll State Tournament softball going to be featured next week with Akron Westfield, the War Eagle softball champion, earning their first ever state tournament berth with a 1-0 upset win over the defending state champion Woodbury Central girls. Big win for that sophomore-dominated Akron Westfield team. And congratulations to Todd Colt and his group. Top 2 baseball teams for the War Eagle made it to state. However, it didn't go so well in Marshalltown for Sergeant Bluff Luton today. They lost 10-0 in 6 innings. Martinsdale St. Mary's won the first game here, 7-2 over Twin Cedars today. Spalding winning 5-1. We're in the 5th. First pitch into the dirt to Doug Schrader here in the 5th inning. It's Schrader, Hansen, Jungers up for Spalding. Doug reached on a fielder's choice and reached on a walk in this ball game today. He's 0 for 1. .314 batting average with 20 doubles. He's got a home run this year, double and a homer.
Big home run against Ramsey St. Mary's to start the game off for him.
In the districts or the district finals?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's into the dirt. So they picked their spots. They haven't hit a lot of home runs this year. Justin List has 7, but not many from anybody else. But they've picked their spots. They've all been big home runs. There's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's the first full inning for Cody Peterson. Close the book on Andy Offenberger now. He gives up all 5 runs. It's a swing and a miss. He ends up going 3 1/3 inning here today. He surrendered 5 hits. It's low and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Doug Schrader. Schrader, Hansen, Jungers here in the 5th. Spartans with 3 runs and a 4th. Maybe pried this one open. It's a swing and a miss for a strike. Schrader down on strikes. Going to be the first strikeout of the day for Cody Peterson. Total line on Andy Offenberger today. Offenbacher, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs. He ended up walking 3, 4, walked 4, hit a batter, and struck out 2, looks like. Stands to be the loser if the Hawkeyes don't rally. Brett Hansen up. He had an RBI single in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. It's his first look at Cody Peterson. Takes that low for the ball. No balls, or takes that Oh, and strikes on, I guess, for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Hanson, a .268 hitter. That's low. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eric Junger's on deck. Spalding is out hit. The Hawkeyes 5-1. They lead it 5-1 on the scoreboard as well. Missed away. 6 errors in this game between the 2 teams, so it's been kind of ragged in that department. As you get later into the tournament, you usually end up with fewer errors. Get the sharper baseball played. Teams get adjusted to the climate of the state tournament surroundings. Missed outside. It's 3-2. Spalding's probably going home today. Don't they usually go home after the first day?
Always.
Then they stay overnight on Friday if they're back?
Yep.
Okay. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped it actually into the mitt. The catcher, Neary, for strike 3. So, Cody Peterson has struck out the first 2 hitters here in the 5th inning. He's come in and retired all 4 batters he's faced. I'll bring up Derry Chungers, who flied out to left in the first and was called out on strikes in the 4th inning. Chungers a .330 average. Swing and a miss. This guy's had a good year. He's another kid that's really improved immensely since last year.
A whole lot.
Worked hard at his game, and obviously it's paid off. And he's only a junior. He's got another year to go after this. Out in right field today. Takes that low for the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. Nobody aboard. Spalding with 2 in the first. 3 more in the 4th. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul by first base. Coach Hine didn't even flinch down there. Got ice running through the veins. You're telling me, and I didn't know this, that he actually went to school to be a groundskeeper, huh? Inspired by all the days as a player. He worked on that diamond up there at Vosburg Field. Swing and a miss. Junger's down on strikes. And he struck the side out here in the 5th inning. Well, the Hawkeyes have kind of slowed the Spartan bats down. They can't get anything going themselves offensively against Justin List. They're limited to 1 hit and 4 base runners through 4 innings. We go to the 5th. Bottom of the 5th inning, it's 5-1. Spalding. Tournament action being brought to you today by Willett Insurance, by Murphy Painting, Northern Iowa Telephone, Allers Trucking, and Van Ness Construction. Got to say a big special thank you to Murphy Painting. They let Matt off to help us down here do baseball today. Appreciate it. They're listening too, they said, huh? So you can say hi to any of your co-workers back there that are up there sweating, painting the house today, Matt. You're down here having fun watching baseball. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's going to be Dustin Wallace, Ryan Coolman, and Ryan Woods it all up. Bottom 3 in the order. First pitch, ripped towards center, but Ben Nye's got a beat on it. He's going to track it down. Left center for out number 1. Wallace retired to the first pitch. Ryan Coolman up. Coolman reached out an air last time. Hit that pop-up behind first base that John Bunker has dropped. Went to second on a throwing error then after the drop fly. That's going to be hitting the air toward left. First pitch hitting. First 2 hitters. That's going to be an easy play on left field for Doug Alpert. There's 2 outs. Boy, pitchers love this, don't they?
Wow, man. 2 pitches and you're almost out of the inning.
And I'll ring up the number 9 hitter, Ryan Lidgedall. And when you're down 5-1, this normally isn't the way to come back, is it?
No, you would think you would at least take the first pitch.
Lidgedall, the second sacker. Takes it inside for the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. That's a strike on the corner. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Spartans are 7 outs away from moving on to meet Martinsdale St. Mary's, the top seed Friday in the semis. That's inside for the ball. 2 balls and a strike. Lidgedall had to quickly move the feet out of the way. He's one of the seniors. One of 4 seniors for West Harrison tonight. That's a swing and a miss. A strike. Justin List has got them so off balance right now. He's inside, he's outside, he's up, he's down. Mixing the fastball with the change-ups and the breaking ball. Fastball, he's going to bounce it to third. Nice backhand stop by Michael List. Wow. There's your defensive play of the game right there. Michael List went behind the bag and didn't even stop to square up. He just got rid of it in a hurry and drew a perfect strike over there to Brett Hansen. That was some play, man.
You got to like that when you're a pitcher with a defense like that behind you.
Wow. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're through 5 complete. Spartans 6 outs away from going on here at the 2003 State Baseball Tournament in Carroll. Well, as baseball oftentimes does, the guy that makes the great defensive play gets to lead the inning off. It's almost a given, it seems like, in this game. And here's Michael List stepping in to open up the 6th inning after a great defensive play at third base. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball towards short. Eric Smith going to take it off the chest, and then he will outplay. Take the first one there. We were just saying during the commercial break, you know, Matt Reichley graduated. He played a great third base. He's going to go down as one of the good third basemen in probably Spalding history, especially with the bat. Michael List probably isn't up to his bat competency yet, but at the glove, the defensive entities, every bit Matt Reichley's equal there probably. He's had a good year at third base with this team. Ben Nye at the plate. Ben Nye grounded out and single. Number 9 hitter for the Spartans, throwing to first and the runner is back. Tell me, Matt Reichley's sitting out this summer, huh? He's had some surgery?
Did a little work on his shoulder. I think he'll be ready to go in the spring.
Okay, he's going to
University.
He's playing college ball at. He was a star down here during the 2 state tournament years that the Spartans won in 2000 and 2001. First pitch in for a strike.
Just speaking of that day, these guys have had some big shoes to fill. It looks like they're really not worried about this. They're more worried about the shoes that are going to be filled when they're done, which is good to see.
Yep. Well, if you got to finish your career, this is sure the place to do it, isn't it?
Definitely.
And you can attest to that. Went out a champion. Matt Goliber, our sidekick today, and going to be with us through the whole state tournament. Right now, it's looking good for maybe a second day anyway, up against the number 1 seed on Friday at noon, if this continues for another couple of innings. Tried to bunt, and he foul-tipped it. 1 on, nobody out. That's 7 errors total in this day now. 3 on West Harrison, 4 on the Spartans. Spartans don't normally make this kind of these kind of defensive mistakes they made today, but not much to go with it. A walk and a hit. Justin List has dominated today. West Harrison team making their first visit to the state tournament. 22-5. They had 7 of their 9 starters hitting over 300. They thought they had a pretty good hitting attack. Good pitching will take out good hitting, though. The ground ball to the right side, and it's a diving stop on the second center. Listen, but you won't have a play after that. Knocked it down. It didn't come up with it cleanly, and Ben Nye is going to beat it out. Could be a hit. It will be a hit. List to second base. Digital, I think, had designs at first of maybe trying to get a throw to second base. He's kind of a tall second baseman, isn't he, Digital? A little taller than most athletes you see at second base. Big, tall, lean, lanky kid. Brings up the top of the order, and John Bunkers, he's showing bunt already, and he'll lay a good one down. Pitcher's going to take it. Second baseman covering. Everybody moves up 90 feet. The Spartans with another scoring threat. As if they maybe don't have enough runs already, but this could just pry it wide open. 1-4 on that putout. 1 out, second and third, and Ryan Goliber up. This guy's already had a big day. 2 RBIs for your kid brother. And he's got another couple out there right now. This game would be out of reach probably. He puts this in play and gets a couple runs in. Had a single in the first, flied out to center in the second inning, and a 2-run single in the fourth. It's probably the big hit of the game at this point. Here's the stretch and here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. He's already taller than you are. He's going to be a little different sized athlete.
A little different build. He's eats a lot and lifts a lot of weight, so when he doing well there.
And out you left over, there's enough food for him to have seconds, huh?
Yep.
Inside and tight. 5-1 your score. Spalding up, and they're threatening for more here in the 6th. A 1-hit game going for senior Justin List. He's been their best starting pitcher all year, and he's proven worthy of the start here in the state tournament today. Here's the pitch, and that's away. 2 balls, 1 strike. You and Brian talk over about every game after it's over when he comes home?
Basically,
do you? Here's the stretch. And the pitch, and that's away.
We kind of learn from each other. He's much more of an intelligent athlete than I was as a sophomore, so it's good. It's fun to watch him play.
Well, you were for a scholar too, though, as I recall. It's a pretty good grades in high school.
Decent. He's got to do everything just a little bit better. Which is good. It's good.
Yep. You left your lasting mark then, the influence on the kid brother. That was fouled back, and now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes on Brian Goliber, the number 2 hitter in that lineup. Foul tipped into the middle. He's down on strikes. Only the 4th time this year he's gone down on strikes. Sensation he hasn't had to endure too many times. That slow walk back to the bat rack, carrying your hitting utensil with you. 2 outs, and Justin List up. This whole thing could get diffused now, boys. It's really key for West Harrison. If they're going to stay in this game and have any shot with 6 outs to go, they've got to stop the runs here. Just paramount for them, but they've got a tough hitter in Justin List coming to the plate. Situation just like this back in the first, they intentionally walked him. I would think you'd do it now then. You did it then, you'd do it now, wouldn't you, with first base open?
I think so, Denny.
Don't see teams give free passes out in the first inning too often. They did it today to Justin List. He had a sac fly in the 4th, flied out to right in the 3rd. 2 outs here. He's got to put the ball in play. A strike on the inside corner. He scooted off of the plate, but plate umpire said it caught the corner. 2 on, 2 out. Everything will be unearned if it scores here. The inning started with an error. That's off the fist. Little Texas leaguer drop. 1 run in. Another runner trying to score. Liginal throw to the plate. Not in time. It's a 2-run single for Justin List. He's got 3 RBIs on the day, and that should have popped this wide open now. He goes to second on the throw to the plate. Well, that was the shortest hit of the day, but it turned out to be one of the biggest. He just fought a good fastball into the hands off and fisted it over the first baseman's head. It all looks good in the box score, though, doesn't it? Like a line drive. And that puts a runner at second base. Nate Hying at the plate. It's now a 7-1 Spalding lead. And it looks like their date is almost assured for Friday at noon. Pop up, shallow center. This is going to be trouble. Liginal giving way to the outfielder. Right fielder finally drifts in and makes the catch. Dustin Wallace retiring high fly ball to right. 2 runs scored on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on. Spalding is stranded 6. They've scored 7. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 7-1 Spalding. 7-1 here. Spalding in control as they strive to move on to the semifinals. Tournament action being brought to you today by Dutch Mill Pharmacy of Orange City, by Hanson Sod Company, Windmill Park Jewelers, Bunker Speed and Supply, by Community Bank in Alton and Orange City, Poverty Acres Feedlot Incorporated, and the OK Cafe in Alton. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. West Harrison down by 6 runs. Top of the order up Andy Offenbacher. Their fans trying to get something stirred for the black and white of West Harrison. Ground ball to 3rd. Michael List has got that. On to 1st for the out. 1 guy. The 2nd straight inning they come out swinging at the first pitch. And just very few pitches. Got the side retired in order in that 5th. First 2 hitters put themselves out on fly balls in the first pitches, and a ground out here on the first pitch in the 6th inning. Shannon Neary up. He's flied out twice today. Justin List continues to keep that ball down in the strike zone. There he takes that one high for the ball. 407 hitter. He's second best in the team. 7 doubles, 25 runs batted in. A right-handed hitter. There's a line drive base hit through the left side. That was a pitch up a little bit. Dustin's been keeping the ball down most of the day, but that one got up this time, and he paid for it. There he smacked it into left. That'll bring up Eric Smith. He's popped up and grounded out today. He's 0 for 2. 31 runs batted in, 6 home runs. Well, it tightened things up a little bit if he can take one out of the yard, and he's certainly capable of that. Bright, sunny afternoon with big, puffy white clouds in the sky. It's a gorgeous day for baseball. And a great setting to watch state tournament ball. Spalding back in the state tournament after a 1-year absence. Pops it up on the infield. There's a big league pop-up. That's actually drifting into shallow right center, and it will drop. 3 players converge. They all collide. Runner going over to 3rd base, and Smith down to 2nd. Got him a double. 2nd and 3rd now. Boy, that started in the air. I thought it was around 2nd base. He just kept carrying and carrying and carrying, and finally out of reach of John Bunkers. I think he thought he was on its trail right away too, and He just kept chasing it and chasing it and chasing it, and the outfielders couldn't get there either. Couldn't have dropped it in there any better than that, huh, Matt?
Nope.
It was right out of reach of three infielders. There are two outfielders and an infielder. And Eric Smith hustles into second. That brings Bill Upker out of the dugout. Called the whole infield in. Coach Upker's probably just reminding everybody that, hey, this isn't a done deal yet. We got 6 outs to collect here, and 5 actually now. We got the middle of the lineup coming up. West Harrison has an opportunity here to get back in this ballgame. Got to still make pitches. Field powwow has broken up. Goliber's still out talking to List. Brian and Justin talking about now. Would it be that the runner at second base, now you got to use an indicator for a sign? Or?
Some sort of strategy.
Got to bring up the cleanup hitter, Chase Durfee. Durfee grounded out, and he singled. Runners at second and third, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. List out of the stretch. Breaking pitch, it's in for a strike.
Although you'd be surprised, Dave. These guys really believe in keeping themselves relaxed, so you would be surprised at the conversations they have on the field.
I'm sure. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball by List. Schrader's going to take it in the chest. The run is in. The throw is there. He got him. Go over to third. Behind the runner. He's safe. So Durfee retired 6-3. Schrader kept that ball in front of him. Took it off the chest. Still managed to keep it in front of him. Wouldn't have gone for the runner anyway, so an RBI for Durfee is 26th of the year. It's now 7-2. And there's 2 outs. Runner at third base. Brings up the number 5 hitter, Justin Coleman. Coleman struck out and walked. Gonna foul it straight back. Strike 1. For the Spartans in the 7th, they'll have the number 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. Coleman, a .333 batting average with 4 doubles. Runner at third base. That's going to be ripped toward left field. It's sinking. It's going to drop in front of Hubbard. A run in. RBI single for Coleman. 3 hits this inning. And the Hawkeyes are getting back into this game. Starting to see some of that hitting we've heard about out of this ball club. A team that was hitting as a team 340 as a ball club with 13 home runs. Seeing some of that come to fruition here in the 6th inning with 3 of their 4 hits in this inning. 2 runs home. That'll bring up Cody Peterson, who's now the pitcher. He could be the winner if his team rallies. Otherwise, he's not going to be figuring in the decision in this one. Just List throws to first. It was a high throw, and Hansen had to jump to save it from going into foul territory. And there's plenty of that at this ballpark. That would roll forever if that gets by Brett over at first base. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Breaking pitch, just missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Justin List's pace has slowed considerably as he's gotten himself in some trouble here in the 6th inning. Throw over to first base. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on, 2 runs home. It's 7-3. That hit the corner. 2-run single by Justin List in the 6th inning really looks big now, or you'd really have a tight game going into that 7th. Hawkeyes still hitting here in the 6th. They've come off the mat. That's going to be fouled off. Spoiled a good breaking ball in the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs home here in the 6th, matching the 2 the Spartans put on the top of the 6th. 2-run single by Brian Goliber and a 2-run single by Justin List, the big offensive hits today. Time for the ball. It's 2-2. Cody Peterson, the left-handed thrower and the left-handed hitter. Swing and struck him out. That'll take care of the Hawkeyes here in the 6th inning with a plate affair. They come up with 3 hits. They leave 1 out there. And we go to the 7th inning. It's a 7-3 Spartan lead. Into the 7th inning of this quarterfinal game today. Semifinals at noon and 2 on Friday. Spalding would be in the noon game if they go on to nail down this victory. They lead 7-3, 3 outs away, and they get the bottom 3 that'll be coming up in the West Harrison order in the bottom of the 7th inning. Right now they're going to see if they can't tack some more runs on. They've got a 4-run lead. They've out-hit West Harrison 7-4, outscored them 7-3. 7 errors between these 2 in this ball game. So it hasn't been a slick fielding game. Doug Schrader at the plate. Spalding's 4 errors have come in clusters. An error to open the bottom of the first on a wild throw off a ground ball, and then a bad throw on a steal attempt. And that's going to hit Schrader to open up the inning. Spalding has had their leadoff man aboard in, looks like 4 of the 7 innings today. Schrader on base for the 3rd time this afternoon. He struck out once, walked, been hit by a pitch. He did reach on a fielder's choice. So the leadoff man aboard. Going to get a pinch runner here, looks like it. Coach Wepker likes to use a lot of pinch runners, doesn't he? It keeps everybody involved in the game. Seems like. This is going to be...
Kid by the name of Jeremy Hansen.
Yeah, Jeremy Hansen. Going to come in and run here. That might be the... I don't think he got hit in any vital spot there, like a elbow or anything. I thought maybe they get some ice on that, and I think he's just trying to get another guy into this ball game. So he got into the state tournament once upon a time. And that'll bring up Brett Hansen. Brett had an RBI single back in the first, a big 2-out hit. Struck out twice after that. Squares to bunt, lays down a good bunt up the third baseline. It's going to be trouble. Pitcher throws, just did get him. The runner trying to go from first to third. They throw over, and they got him. This is the first time he bounced off the bag and got cut down after that. Ends up being a double play. 1 to 4 to 5. Jeremy Hansen tried to get greedy there on the bunt. Tried to go over to third base on it. Ends up turning into a double play. Actually, Hansen will get a sacrifice on that because he did the job of getting the guy down to second base. Wasn't his fault that Jeremy Hansen tried to extend it to another base.
That's what happens when you got an aggressive team, Denny. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
And you run yourself out of innings. But you 9 times out of 10 make something good happen out of it. And you're up 7-3 too. Derek Junger's up. Can afford to take some risks. Jungers takes it away. Fly to left, struck out twice. 0 for 3 today. Been hitting so well here in the last third of the season and into the postseason. Got to think this bat won't stay quiet too long into the state tournament. It's inside for the ball, 2-0. Well, Martinsdale St. Mary's awaits the winner of this one at noon on Friday. If it's Spalding, we'll be back here to bring you that action on KLEM. There's a strike in the corner. Barring a big bottom of the 7th inning out of West Harrison, Spalding will fulfill the other half of that bracket. That other pairing, that's outside for the ball. It's 3-1. So far, we've had 4 walks out of the West Harrison pitchers. That's away and make it number 5. First one that Mr. Peterson has walked. He retired the first 5. He then gave up an error and a single to open up that 6th. They both scored. Both runs were unearned. Cody has now worked in, looks like 3 1/3 innings. 1 out or 2 out. Michael List at the plate. They've now got Jungers in a rundown. They picked him off first and got him in a rundown. So it goes 1 to 3 to 4 to 3 to 6. And they take the bat out of Michael List's hands. So Spalding ended up with no runs. There were no hits. A hit batter and walk. And they got 1 picked off. Another trying to go from first to third on a sacrifice bunt. And he was cut down for a double play. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 7-3. Spalding in front by 4 runs, 3 outs away. And time to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's going to be Dustin Wallace, Ryan Coleman, and Ryan Lidsedal coming up here for West Harrison. Tournament action being brought to you by Glenn's Copier Incorporated in Alton, by Home Plate Catering, by Babcock Blockers of Alton, and Farmers Savings Bank in Remsen. Good tournament sponsors. And the 2003 State Baseball Tournament. Ground ball foul off to the right. Justin List getting the ball up a little bit last half inning. A little indication of some fatigue setting in, Matt?
A little bit. These West Harrison guys sure are doing a good job helping him out, though, swinging that first pitch ball.
Breaking pitch. Ooh, caught the corner. He ducked out of the way of it and slipped in for a strike. Wallace wasn't around to see it, and he couldn't believe he had a strike call on him. He thought he was going to get hit by it. Another one. Stayed high this time. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes with that pitch. Wallace just a sophomore. Breaking pitch, there's strike 3. Look at
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the day for Justin List. His second called third strike of the day. Boy, the dandy breaking ball there, wasn't it? Big bender. Looks like got a pinch hitter coming up here for West Harrison. He's going to get his chance to hit here in the number 8 spot. This is for the 8th grade DH. This will be Paul Davis hitting.
First base, number 17, Paul Davis.
That pitch is low for the ball. Actually, Davis took over at first base, it sounds like, so it's a change we weren't aware of. So there is no DH in the game anymore. That's away. Paul Davis was getting DH'd for earlier in the ballgame. Now he's hitting for himself. That's what's happening here. It's low for the ball. He's a 182 hitter, so he didn't get to swing the bat too often. He's got to hit his way out of the lineup, in other words. 1 out here in the 7th. That's in for a strike. Taken on 3-0. Justin List has walked only 1 batter today while striking out his 5. Here's the pitch. And he hit the corner again. Strike 2, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 delivery. And he missed low. He walks his second man of the day. It's 1 on and 1 out. The plot thickens a little here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and a 7-3 lead. Coming in to run is going to be John McClanahan, a junior. He scored only 2 runs this year, so he hasn't done a lot of courtesy running, obviously. Got 11 stolen bases, though, so he's got some pretty good speed. Little bitty guy. That's the big and the short of it now with Ryan Liljedal coming in here. He's probably the tallest athlete they have. Fouls it back over top the grandstand roof. No balls, 1 strike. Spalding back here at noon on Friday for the semifinals. Breaking ball in for a strike. A hint again and maybe some fatigue. You kind of go to your breaking ball a little more when you're starting to get tired. You can't quite get that fastball by people. Breaking pitch, rip foul down to the third baseline by about 2-3 feet. Well, that was a hanger there, and Lidgett'll jumped all over it. They've kind of tucked him away, hidden him in the number 9 spot. He's hitting .312. He's the guy that's got a couple of home runs, 5 runs batted in. He doesn't hit well with guys out there on base apparently, but he's got 5 extra base hits, only 5 RBIs to show for it. Got a guy at first with 1 out. West Harrison, their last gasp to stay alive in their first state tournament visit. He missed away. Got a doubleheader coming up here tonight then, with Van Meter playing Sioux Central, followed by North Tama and Durant. That's going to be hit a long way down the left field line, but hooks foul and out of play. The 2A afternoon session is over in Marshalltown. And coming up tonight over there, they've got North Polk and Williamsburg, and then Dyersville, Beckman, and Okoboji. The top seeds have advanced there today. It's low for the ball. Carlisle, the number 1 seed, eliminating Sergeant Bluff Luton 10-0 in 6 innings. Jessup, the number 4 seed, beat the number 5 seed Eagle Grove 3-2 in 8 innings. Missed away. I thought Spalding getting seeded number 5 in his tournament was a little bit of an insult with their reputation. Came in with 9 losses, 6 to bigger schools. That's going to be a rip foul. Again, a hanger in the inner half, and Lidgettall's been handling those okay, just out in front of him too much. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Guy that has a little trouble covering the outside corner, so let's see if they don't work him away here. Big, tall, lean athlete. Got quick hands in the inner half. They go away. Just missed outside. He walks in. Second consecutive walk, and that's got Bill Upter on his way out of the dugout again. Walks the number 8 and number 9 hitters. And that gets the attention of the coaches real fast. Bill on his way out. Spalding has got pretty much the same coaching staff as when the Spartans visited here last in 2001. Heath Reichley not with the club though, and And I think they missed him a little bit this year.
They did. That's the word. He did a good job with the outfielders. And now, David Coach up to do what they can.
Just they didn't replace him with anybody, so they're kind of short a coach, actually. And Coach Wupker headed off the diamond. He's going to stick with Justin.
That's the word around the home run, right? 16 ball wasn't working too well. So it's nice to see a game and step up and do it in some state finals.
Yeah, he's definitely had a good breaker here going today. It's been his out pitch here in the late half of the game. Relying on it quite a bit here in this 7th inning. Struck out Dustin Wallace watching a breaking ball, but he's walked Paul Davis and now Ryan Lidgedall, and it's up to the top of the order. Andy Offenbacher up. It's outside for the ball. Offenbacher reached on an error, stole a couple of bases, and went home on a throwing error in the first inning. Since then, he struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 3 today.
Hit one to the ground to Michael List. Goes to second for one. To first base. Got a 5-4-3. This game's over. Double play. The second of the game for the Spartans. Wrap it all up and around the horn. Those are the tough double plays. 5-4-3, and the Spartans did that pretty well, Matt. That looked good.
That was real good, man.
Sweet way to end it. Spartans win at 7-3. Back with totals and highlights in 60 seconds. All right, totals for the Spartans today. 7 runs, 7 hits, and 4 errors. They leave 6 on base. For West Harrison, 3 runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors. They leave 4 on base. The winning pitcher is Justin List. 7 innings, complete game for him. 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. His record goes to 8-2. The loss pinned on Andy Offenbacher, the first of the 2 pitchers the Hawkeyes used today. Offenbacher with 3 1/3. Gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, a hit batter, and 2 strikeouts. His record falls to 6-2. Cody Peterson worked the last 3 2/3. Gave up 2 hits, 2 unearned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Final score 7-3. Spartans go to 28-9. West Harrison ends the year at 22-6. Early match, you come down to it. I think a team that's been here 10 times, although it's the new experience for a lot of these new Spartans, but still just the history of the school, the tradition. West Harrison here, it's an all new experience for the town, for the school system. That makes a big difference down here at State.
Big time. When you got supporters like this, you step your game up just a little bit for all the fans in the stands.
I think, these kids that are playing on this diamond for the first time for Spalding, they've been here enough to watch the success of other Spalding teams, and they know how you have to play to get here and succeed. So, it all benefits just having been here, experiencing it as a spectator even.
I agree, Denny, and they didn't make it look pretty for us, but that's been their story. They just get it done somehow, and it's fun to watch. Yeah,
they only had 7 hits again today. That's not a lot by Spalding standards to score 7 runs, but this is a different style of team than the ones that won the titles in 2000 and 2001. 7-3, they win it today over a West Harrison team that had a reputation of being a big thumping team, but Justin List came in and pretty well quieted him down. A 1-hitter through 5 innings. Got 3 hits in that 6th inning, and then he walked a couple. The number 8, number 9 hitters in that 7th, but sweet way to end it. A double play, a 5-4-3 twin killing to finish it.
Wow, Denny, what kind of pitcher goes out, walks the 8 and 9 guys, and then gets the leadoff guy to ground in a double play?
Yeah, there you go.
They did well.
Yeah, it was 1 of 2 double plays the Spartans executed today, so now 4 errors, but 2 double plays. It's a trade-off. Justin List takes it.
Yep.
All right, thanks for your help today. We'll see you back here Friday, all right?
Sounds good, Denny.
Did a good job for us. Noon hour start, 12 noon on Friday, so it is going to change our noon hour a little bit. We'll have some other announcements about that prior to Friday, but we're back here for more state tournament baseball. Spalding will enter today, 7-3. They'll meet Martinsdale St. Mary's in the semifinals at noon on Friday back here at Carroll. For Matt Goliber, Denny Callahan saying so long.